Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon here in the East Coast in New York land. Hope you all having a fantastic day. Let's go ahead and make sure you all can hear me. If you please go ahead, if you're on Zoom, type in the number 1 in the chat box. If you're on YouTube, go ahead and type it in the chat box there to let me know that you can hear me. I would appreciate it. There's nothing worse, nothing than talking to yourself for an hour and thinking everybody's hearing you and they're not. Fantastic. I do appreciate it. Hey, Trader Will, how you doing? Almost dropped my coffee, Will said. I scared him a little bit. Sorry about that. Just out of the blue, came from nothing, right? Well, excellent, excellent. Hope you all having a great day. Hope it has been a good trading day for you so far. Let me know how trading is going. Drop it in the chat, folks. I want to know. I want to talk about it. I want to see what you're doing. I want to see the trades. Let's see if the Thor hammer comes out for anybody's trade today. Come on now. Go ahead and drop them in. It's been a great day. It really has. Trader Will said the course is paying for itself today. There you go, Will, right? Isn't it amazing how the right training will prevent you from getting your head handed to you. Awesome. Appreciate you letting us know that. All right. So let's go ahead and jump in. So keep in mind that everything we talk about today is for educational purposes only. Nothing we talk about is for advice and or recommendations. Right? So we got Trading You coming up on July 19th is the next one. Monster Market Movers on the 22nd. Folks, if you have not been there, $49 for 2 hours of live training, 4.5 hours of recorded training inside of there that teaches you exactly how we trade various patterns and setups. And it's all about candidates. You will have numerous candidates broken down by category, whether it's a channel, a certain fib trade, a trend, candle patterns, whatever it is, broken down by that type of setup inside of the document there. Patterns in a Flash coming up on the 28th. And then our inner circle is in August 12th. We just taught it last week. Brandon did a phenomenal job training last week on that. Yep, and Amy just dropped the link in there for you guys for the Monster Market Movers. It's $49 the first time you go, folks. Take advantage of that. Charting Your Way to Success, live from New York. It's not on Saturday night. It's on Friday day into Friday night. It's 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. It's a live event in New York all day long, all day long. We've got a great training going on there called Charting Your Way to Success. And the way I'm really touting it is this. I'm going to set something up in there for you that will cut at least 15, if not 30 minutes a day off of your trading every single day, just by some of the tweaks you're going to learn about how to properly set your charts up and how to do things in a more reactive fashion. So we'll talk more about that as we get there. But guys, the link just got dropped in for that. Go ahead and get yourself registered. There are more than 1/3 of the seats are gone. We just sent our first email out about it this weekend. Go take it. Go take advantage of it, folks. Click on it. It's $99 to come to the live event. And if you do come, when you attend, you'll get a $200 credit for showing up. The $99 just to say you got a little bit of skin in the game. That's all it is. All right, Mastermind Group coming up on Tuesday, which is at 8 p.m. Power Hour, you're here each and every Monday. Coach's Corner has now changed to, what are we calling it, Sean? Coach's Corner? Trading Coach's Playbook. All right, because each coach, Ryan, Brandon, Tony, all have their own methodology in there. It's their playbook of what they're doing. So when you see the banner on the members area has changed, Ryan Litchfield this week. Folks, you're talking about a published author on one of the greatest candlestick books ever in history, Candlestick Charting Explained. Gregory Morris, Ryan Litchfield co-authored it with him, right? He's going to be teaching you some of the little secrets that he uses in his own personal trading, all right? So make sure you take advantage of it. How to Trade the Market is Brandon coming up on some of what he does in futures. So definitely check that out. It's a free training. And Power Option Plays, Covered Call Explorer, E-mini are all on the regular schedule this week. Here's our follow us page. Make sure you do. Trader Will said, love those coaches. Such good stuff. I know, Will, right? They are literally giving away the store. The technicals, the things that go into the detail behind their trades are absolutely outstanding. Definitely want to check that out, right? Make sure you're following along with us. I put 4 videos I did this morning before even getting here. right? I'll be doing another one as we're done here today, which will be a midday market update. And it shows up on different social platforms. They don't all go on the same platform. You can't just subscribe to Facebook and see everything. It doesn't work that way. We kind of move them around on different platforms based on how I'm recording it, what I'm using, and so forth, right? So make sure you're checking that out, folks. You definitely want to be involved with all of the various social platforms. There's the Charting Your Way to Success, $99. Take advantage of it. Oh, I don't want to show you that yet. Okay. So, all right, still good. Do I have recommendations of a tool to spot things similar to what you tweet for the various trades of the day? So, Paul, I mean, I do it right off of my charting program. So I do it right off of TradeStation, Trade Navigator, Omega Charts. Right? Let's see. So I'm not seeing a lot of trades dropped in here so far today. Let's see. Sylvie said $140 on mRNA. Oh, I need to look at that one again after last week. So let's do that today. John said, Wheel of Fortune, numerous stocks over 5K in premium with expiration up to 3 weeks. Nice. Nice, John. Over 5K taken in. Excellent. Excellent. There it is. Oh, way to go. Sean hid my Thor hammer. All right. See, I've got the power. I see there's another trader out there just started using a Thor hammer after they saw me do it a couple of weeks ago. I found that interesting this week on Instagram. Let's see. Keep going on the chat. What else are we looking for? So Karen said Clorox, $900, CLX, $900. Excellent. Yeah, you got some kudos there, John, for the trades. Well, listen, I've got fibs out there, Fibbits, things like that, all of the Fibonacci channels, the Fibonacci trends, splitting your moving averages as fibs, all of that stuff. I've got it documented that it's ours. It is what it is. I mean, listen, they say the best form of, hey, wow, you're doing an awesome job is somebody duplicating or mimicking you, right? So there you go. All good. But I appreciate you saying it. All right, let's go ahead. And guys, here, this is one of the trades today. Right now, this comes from our head trader, Amelia, right? She does an amazing job every single day with the various trades that we do. She is on this is a Q's trade, so we do 13 contracts, right? We're using a fib number for the trade. We're not trading big dollars here, meaning we're not looking for big moves. They are smaller moves that we're taking on the trade. And this was today, right? All documented right in TOS. QQQ, right? 3-minute chart she's got set up. And if you look at the analysis here, and I'm looking at my screen, not at you, but I'm looking at my screen. You're seeing it on your screen, though. And it shows that at 9:52:57 in green, single buy, 13 contracts to open the Qs, the 19th of July. That is today. Expiration at 356 put at $2.27. Excellent. And this is what I talk about, being able to analyze and see what the markets are doing. Being able to look every single day and say, I can figure out what the pattern, the path is. Some of the, when I did the pre-market update this morning that we put out on social, and then I did the mid-morning update, which talked about some of the stocks that were recovering, some of what I call the uncovery stocks, which we'll get into that in a minute, right? But we wound up getting out. Amelia sold that put out. And what was it there? She got in at 227. She got out at 325. Let's just make it easy. Let's call it 225 to 325. In 2 minutes, she picked up $1 a share. One contract is $100. So if you had $227, you made $100, almost 50% rate of return, right? Just that alone. So what happens? If she has 13 contracts, that's $1,300 in 2 minutes. But Rob, we don't get days like this all the time. You know what? I'll sit like this all day long and wait for days like this. because this is where you crush it when stuff like this is happening. I killed it this morning. Non-funded trades, of course, right? It's all we talk about. I killed it this morning in the market, right? I was late getting some of my videos done this morning because of so many opportunities of trading the markets today. It was fantastic, right? Well, that's trade number one. Let's see. Brenda said made 4K on the same option Amelia did. Nice. So Brenda did the same thing and made $4,000 today. Funded, non-funded, it doesn't matter to me. She did it, right? Awesome. Let's see. And she said she's in the 355 put right now. Brenda, for today, is it the put that expires today? So that's the cues. Yeah, Brenda, you're getting some kudos there, girl. All right, here's a vertical spread. So what did Amelia do? She did a bear call spread. Now, she only did one contract. That is shifting, folks. We're going to shift to 3 contracts now. We've proven the concept that it works. Amelia is killing it every single week, not day. There are days that trades go against you. It's going to happen, right? Amelia, everybody, every one of us, Brandon, Tony, Ryan, myself, all of us, all the people in the inner circle, mastermind, pop, trades go against you. There's nothing you can do about it, right? Just get used to it. They go against you. But here on Tesla, she did a vertical spread, a bear call spread. Bearish trade using puts, spreading out your risk with options. So what did she do? She anticipated a bearish move in the market. Okay, great. Now what? Well, she got into that trade at 9:33 this morning. Vertical spread. She went ahead and sold the 650 call and bought the 652.5 call. And for that, she took in a credit of 85 cents. It is called a bear call spread, a credit spread, right? That credit was at 85 cents. The goal when you get out, you got 85 cents. The goal is to give back a dime, a quarter, a nickel. A very small amount of money is what you would give back in that trade, right? Well, Amelia got out of this trade at 9:35. Again, 2 minutes seems to be her number today anyway, right? 2 minutes later, she got out of this trade and it cost her, oh, wait a second. She got a credit of 75 cents. What in the world happened there? Why would she have got another credit? Well, I don't know, right? Let's see what she wrote. Bought 650, 652 bear call spread at 75 cents, $1.60 profit, $1.65 margin, 96% in 2 minutes. Why would she have gotten another credit instead of spending money to get out of the trade? Think about it. What happened? Volatility changed. Activity in that position changed. And the price of the option went up, even though the stock didn't have huge moves, even though the stock kind of hung in that candle. It was nice, but guys, she was able to get a credit winding out of that trade. Right? Absolutely fantastic. By the way, Brenda, I didn't give you a hammer. Anything over $1,000, baby, down with the Thor hammer. You get the Thor award this week, right? We're going to get Wealth Builders HQ published on there, right? All right. Woo! Let's see. Bugsy said, what is going on in the market? I'm afraid to buy. Bugsy, I'm afraid to buy too, right? I'm afraid to buy too. I am not in a position right now that says I'm buying. The 3 positions of the chair. Position number 1 is as far back away from that keyboard as you can be, and you're waiting, right? This is not a jump in and buy, although traders are looking at it like that already today. We already saw things like GameStop. I haven't checked it since I made it to the office. Before I left the house, I did a video that had it on there where I talked about GameStop, but we had already filled the gap from this morning on GameStop. AMC had recovered quite a bit. We'll look at it and see where they are right now, but nothing jumping out at me that says we're bullish at this point. Go ahead and buy. But traders are looking for reasons to buy. And that's what's happening right now as traders are jumping in saying, all right, I'm going to buy, right? Because we got a little bit of a pullback, I'm going to buy. I like what's going on the S&P 500 a lot. Right? I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. We got to a high of about 43.94. So I'm looking for, in an ideal world, I don't believe we'll get it. I don't think traders are going to give us to us. I don't even think I got enough room on that. Oh, no, we do. Oh, actually, that works out well. Right? I'm looking for about a 10% correction in the market. All right? That's what I'd like to see. I don't expect we will. And I know some of you are freaking out like, Rob, I'm going to slap you if you want the market to go that low down. We need a pullback. We need a pullback, right? We're not in a bear market. It's only 10%. It's a correction. We need a pullback, but we need it to happen. We can't just keep doing this up thing, right? We've got now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If we finish this way, we got 5 days in a row that are bearish, right? Who in the world is messaging me now? Let's go shut that volume off. I thought I did it before. Well, my phone has a mind of its own. All right. So I love the pullback. Where are we now? We're bouncing off the 55 right here, right, on the daily chart. We've got a Fibit right in here, right? The 136, negative 136 is right there, right? We're bouncing off of there. You can see the recovery that's taken place so far today. We've had a nice little bounce in there. But that doesn't mean we're in a bullish mode right now or a bullish bias. Right now, if we close where we are, we shift from a bullish neutral down to neutral at this point. Right? So I want to see obviously where things close. Are there some day trades today? Without a doubt. Without a doubt. Very nice. Brenda said she just closed out the $355 put. She closed out the $355 put. You ready? $31,000 profit on the 355 put. That puts her up $35,500 for the day. Great job, Brenda. Great job. Keep it up, girl. Fantastic job. Right? Folks, there's a lot of money being made here in the market. Is Brenda trading a lot of contracts? Yes. Do you have to? No. Why can't you do one? What if you bought one contract for $3, $4, $5? $300, $400, $500. You don't need it. You don't need all that money. There you go, Brenda. A lot of kudos coming through for you on that. It's definitely another Thor hammer. We got to rename it from Thor hammer, though. Give me some ideas of what we're going to call the hammer. All right. Send an email into support. Whatever it is, drop it in the chat box here. All right. So, what's going on? What's going on out there right now? Right? We're looking at price points. Where's the ideal place to get in and out, right? And all of that. Where are we picking our profit points, taking profit, getting into a trade? You know, what's going on there? I think the biggest thing you've got to look at right now is we talk about the recovery stocks, right? I'm calling them the uncovery stocks right now. Uncover. You heard it here on YouTube, on Zoom, at wealthbuildershq.com. You heard it here first, right? They're uncovery stocks. Well, what the heck is that? Guys, these are the stocks that are expected to bring us out of this COVID garbage that's going on. And what's happening? All of the negativity now of the Delta variant. If you look at the futures overnight and you watch what happened with the ES, with the S&P 500 and the YM and the NQ, all of them, although ES and YM were most prevalent, all of them around that 2, 3 o'clock time period started to fall out of bed, right? And that was because of how bad things are getting in Europe, how bad things are getting here with the Delta variant, at least the way they are talking about it. Our numbers are going up, right? They said I live in Nassau County on Long Island. Our county yesterday said, oh, we're up to 1.41%. We were down to like 0.25 or 0.3 or something. I understand it's up. And I understand from a percentage, it's 5 times what we were. I get that. No one wants to see it go up, right? The vaccinated are not getting sick. They said 99%-ish of the people that are getting sick, according to the CDC, are those that are not vaccinated. But it opens it up to the market is concerned. Are we going to start to see some craziness? California just instituted masks must be worn indoors whether you are vaccinated or not, right? I saw something came across this weekend, 2-day shutdown in Australia, right? A lockdown. Grocery stores are open, but the grocery stores were packed out the door, and people were getting 4 shopping carts full of food for the 2 days that they're going to be locked in, right? I get it. The fear that it's not going to be there again, right? The cure to COVID is toilet paper, right? At least that was the last batch of COVID was toilet paper, right? With the way we ran out of it. So with what's going on with COVID right now, there's a lot of fear, a lot of concern, and that's what's driving the market. I'm okay if we drive the market like this for the next 10 days or so. I am. If we can get down 400 points from where we were on our highs, I would love it. Guys, the buying opportunities, you will thank me when the opportunity comes in to buy. Oh, it's awesome. I love it. And how much are you doing long-term right now anyway? What I mean by that is swing trades. Probably not very much. Why? Because of earnings. We're in the midst of earnings season. Are you going to buy a call or a put on a position with earnings coming up in 2 days, 5 days, 8 days from now? I'm not talking day trade. I'm talking about a swing trade. Where you're going to hold overnight. I'm not. So to me, this is a great time to happen since, on power option plays, what do we have? We have 20 stocks that we track. And of the 20 stocks, one of them doesn't have one of those do not have earnings. It's the SPY. So only 19 have earnings. 12 of those stocks we could not trade a swing trade on this weekend. I did the update yesterday. We could not do a swing trade on 12 of those because they have earnings coming up within the next 3 weeks. So really, there are 13 of our 20 stocks that we can't trade right now. And when I say can't trade, we day trade them, but we cannot pick up a swing trade. We can't jump in a Google trade where we crushed it on Google, right? On a nice swing trade there, or on PayPal and some of those. We can't do those because of the earnings coming out. I won't hold it through earnings. I won't pay exorbitant amount of money for an option because it's earnings season and the market maker has jacked that price up on the position. I'm okay with my option going up during earnings season, but not having to pay the overvalue on the position at all. All right, let's see. Brandon, can you tell me what the rate of return was on your option? Jim is asking on your Qs versus the dollar amount. Can you let me know what the rate of return is? So Buxy said, Rob, are you looking? Mr. Roy is my dad, Buxy. Appreciate it, but Rob is good. Are you looking at growth or stay at home like Peloton, Zoom, etc.? Cash in over cash out, Brenda. How much premium did you make? How much did you have to lay out to do the trade? And that is that's how you do rate of return. So, and Brenda, do it on one contract. What did you pay for one contract? What did you sell one contract for? If you do that, I made $1. I spent $3. I made 33%. Cash in divided by cash out, right? So let's see. Am I looking at growth or stay at home like Peloton, Zoom, and so forth? I'm looking at some volatility, Buxy. I don't think we've got the consistent growth. I do think the recovery stocks of the world are going to be good, and that's getting better. Peloton was a great stock for the fall down, right? Because people were staying home more. I don't know how much more people are going to buy that many Pelotons going forward. And I could be wrong going forward if you can go back to a gym now, right? Assuming that everything is okay with this Delta variant and they're not locking stuff up all over again and so forth. Although I think there'll be some mutinies if they try doing some of that now. Try taking away some of those liberties that never should have been taken away from us in the first place. But we'll leave it at that, right? So I'm looking more at what the opportunity brings based on the news that the market is handing us. Right now, I don't see me jumping in long-term into anything until we can get through some of this COVID stuff. And I don't think that happens in summer. I think we've got to see what the fall brings. Are we going to see increases in vaccinations? Which is, who's controlling the media? The media is being controlled by the government. How? By the information the government puts out. When the president of the United States, I'll just call him Biden instead of president, when he steps up and says, man, the unvaccinated are killing people, right? Wait a second, or some phraseology like that. Well, the media jumps all over it, right? The CDC, who's a puppet in his pocket leader, comes out and says, oh, it's all the Delta variant people's fault in a nicer way than I just said, right? And I'm not saying good or bad, right or wrong. You've got your opinions, you've got your beliefs on COVID, vaccination, all that good stuff, okay? But they are touting it to push people into getting that vaccination. Come on, when the governor of New York says, if you get vaccinated, I'll give you a drink, or I'll give you a free pass for 1 week on the subway. So you're bribing people. I will pay you. I want to know what he's going to pay me. I'd already gotten vaccinated. What do you send to me? Right? Anyway, I think that we've got to look at the market at hand and trade what's going on. If I looked at Delta Airlines, let's see, I'm probably not active there. Oh, okay, it is Delta. Oh, no, there we go. If I look at Delta, is there any reason, it's an airline, it should be going up. Is there any reason I should buy it right now? No. Peloton, right? Nice pop today, really nice pop today. But anything yet that says buy it now? No. But, Bugsy, here's the thing. With Peloton, right? Look what it did. It closed above the 821 combo. So we're there. I mean, it's above rather, not close. If we close above there, this may be one that goes against the grain of everything else that's going on in the marketplace, right? So I'm not opposed to fighting the overall trend, right? Here, bottom line is this. You need to find places on the chart that tell you it's time. It's time, right? You know, we all know people that fight or buck what everybody else is doing out there, right? You know, what is the average person doing today, right? College kid, right? Teenager comes out of high school, you know, high school diploma no longer is good enough to get a job, right? It used to be you really needed a degree, right, in college. High school diploma, when I graduated, was okay. Then you needed to have a degree in college. Okay, so it was a bachelor's degree. Now it's a master's degree is the minimum, right? Without a master's degree, wow, there's too many competitors out there. And then they're pushing to the PhD part. Listen, it's all great and fine and good. I have nothing wrong with education, nothing at all, right? My daughter and a girl she went to school with, we met their parents last night walking on Jones Beach. We were on the boardwalk, my family and I. And we're walking, we stopped talking to them. They both had the same interest. They had interest in animals. She went to be a biologist, something to do with animals and biology. She wants to do research and going back and forth. But what is the average person doing? They're getting out of that job and they're going out of that school and then they're going to work in a job, right? My daughter went to vet tech, decided it wasn't for her, went to nursing. She's now an RN in New York here in Long Island. Well, this girl is right now spending 2 months in Australia on her own. She's living in a hostel and she's just there working, you know, volunteer to get experience, and she's going to school while she's there, right? Two different paths, right? There is no, this is the path we take, right? She's going against the grain of what everybody else does. There's always going to be the stock that goes against the grain of what every other one does. Peloton right now is doing just that today. It's kind of going against the grain of what everything else is doing, right? If we look at the S&P 500, right, we're still down. I mean, there's nothing about this that goes, ooh, take me long, right? Now, I'm not ready to jump in short. We've had such a big move. The gap down and the run, the gap and go has been such a big move. We knew. I mean, I ran gap statistics on this morning and knew that there was no way on SPY, knew there was no way I was going to try to fight this for a gap fill. Absolutely not. There's no way. Right now, did GameStop fill? Let's see where it is. All right. So here's the gap down on GameStop. There's the open. There's the low of the day. And it's pushed all the way up here. So yes, it has filled its gap completely. I mean, look at the high. It filled its gap. How did AMC do? Like I said, they had not filled earlier. Maybe. Let's see. What was our high? Open high 35.04. Close here 34.96. So yes, we filled it. We got through that gap fill, but this was not a gap like we had on the S&P 500. That huge drop to the downside. Everything that happened on the futures overnight had to be a reaction on the open today of the S&P 500, which was that move to the downside, right? My screen should be shared. You guys should be seeing it. Let's see. All right. So, Jim, you do the math, please. Brenda said she bought to open the $500 call at $1.98 and she sold it at $2.06. She bought the 355 at $1.30 and sold it at $1.93. There's the math, Jim. If you could do the ROR for that and let us know what that is, that would be great. Thank you, Brenda. I appreciate it. All right. Excellent. So let's take a look at a couple of stocks for today. So the other day, when did Moderna make their announcement on S&P 500? That was on Friday. Okay. And the reason I'm looking is I sent it over to Amelia on Friday. Said, you need to look at this. I have been in and out of this trade twice and picked up 50 cents each time on a naked put. I sold the put. Price of the put dropped in value. I bought it back. It moved back up again. I sold the put. It dropped in value and picked up 53 cents the first time, 50 cents the second time, right? Let's see what's going on with them now. They were being added to the S&P 500. There was Friday. Holy mackerel, right? So if we look at mRNA, let's see what we can get for an option. All right. Okay. So I'm looking at, let's see if we want to sell a put, right? Well, first question, I guess, would be what put? I'd want to sell, if I can, somewhere down below that 277 half level, right? So let me write that down, 277 and a half. All right. So let's go see. If we can get a premium for this week. So 275. Yowzer. I've got on 275 puts. Holy mackerel. I got 145 by 185, a mid price of $1.65, right? Which means I could sell this right now. Worst case scenario at $1.45 is what I would pick up on this position, right? On the 75. So let me see if it lets me highlight. There we go. All right. So you can see it stands out a little bit now. It has a delta of a negative 11. Negative, forget negative. Negative means nothing more than it's a put. That's all negative tells us, is that it's a put. The 11 tells me there's an 11% chance come expiration Friday, which is this Friday, the 23rd. You see it in the top corner of the screen there on the top left. On the 23rd, we have an 11% chance of this option having intrinsic value in it. Right? If you wanted to be more conservative, say, all right, but what if I feel that's a little too close, Rob? Right? Then I would want to do down below the 259 level. I'd probably go to 260. Let's see if we can get any premium on the 260. 260, nice. I mean, I can get 50 cents right now without batting an eye. No negotiating, nothing. I could pick 50 cents up and said, if you stay above $260 per share, I get to keep my 50 cents. And I've got a 4 delta, 0.4, which means a 4% chance of being wrong in the trade. Guys, what do you think? How many of you like the idea that you only have a 4% chance of being wrong and they pay you up front to do the trade? Remember, 1 for yes, 2 for no. If you don't like it, that's cool. It's all right. Let me see. Jim, I don't know if that was you on the numbers. Yep. Okay, so it was Jim. All right, Jim, you ready? 356 put. Bought at $1.98, sold at $2.06. Actually, it doesn't really matter. $1.98, $2.06. The next one, she bought the 355s at $1.30 and sold them at $1.93. 130 to 193. So real simple. I mean, we got 63 cents of profit in there. 63 into $1.30 is almost 50% rate of return for the day. And day meaning a couple of hours. All right, I like it. I love it. I want more of it. There you go. Oh, thanks, Amy. I appreciate it. Amy dropped it in there for you, Jim, so you could see it. Hey, those of you out on YouTube, come on. What are you thinking? Smash the like button, folks. Let me know. How's it going out there? Give me that one. Give me the thumbs up. Come on now. This is great training that you're going through right now. No fluff, no holdback. Every bit of this is hardcore. This is what you need to do right now to learn how to make money in the market. Period. So John said, just got the 275 put filled for $1.55. Thanks for the update. Okay, John. Paper trade, of course, right, John? But as an example, I like Moderna. I do. I like that it's been added to the S&P 500. See, every S&P 500 fund out there, anything that tracks the S&P 500, like the SPY, must buy Moderna. Must. There's an automatic increase just because of that. Now, they get to buy it at a better price than you and I do, but that's a whole different story. All right? Seems like some of the cloud is lifting. Yeah, and Gene, you might be right. I mean, very well, you might be right. We might see just that happening out there, right? But if we look, let's go look at a 5-minute chart. mRNA, here is our 5. Actually, no, let's go look at, I don't remember. I think it's SPX. Yeah, it's SPX. Okay. So let's go look at, there we go. That's kind of what I'm trying to do. All right. So you can see the gap down, nice pullback, right? We had a nice recovery starting and that big candle down. Now notice, big candle, 2 up. Big red candle, 3 up. Big red candle, 3 up. Big red candle, 2 up. Kind of ugly. Big red candle. So that bottom, that low, though, has dropped down below the previous low. So that's a little bit concerning in there. Let's see, darn tools. Fibonacci. I need to let me do this instead. All right. Let me go and make that a little bit bigger. Yeah, there we go. Let's do from here. Okay. So now let's go in and drag the fibs. I'm going to come from that high. Not what I wanted. What in the world is going on? All right. Yeah, I got to stop dragging. I'm used to TradeStation is what it is. All right, one more time. Let's get it looking from here. No, I don't want that far. From here. So I want to see Friday's high, which is where we'll draw the top of the V from. We'll go and grab on and click, not drag, click on that, drag down to that low. All right. So that overall move that has taken place in there from Friday's high, it was just a drop on Friday, right? From Friday's high to that low where we recovered, we've actually bounced off of that 0 line and we're back at it again. All right. So it is going to be very important if we break this level now. The bottom line is going to come down to if we break is number 1, and then how we break is number 2. All right. This is our second test of that line. Right. We hit it on the lows earlier and we're back at it again. If we can hit this line and not break to the downside, potential recovery is there. You've got some fibs to help you understand where the market goes to next. If we do violate and break to the downside in there, the question is going to be, how does it break? See, if it just breaks out, if here's the zero line and it just breaks viciously through there, and you try to take that trade, you're taking the breakout trade. And you need to be willing to accept the risks of that trade, that you're going to have a higher probability of them going against you than if you wait for a retest. In an ideal world, to me, I'd love to see the bigger breakout, but I'm not taking it. I am in position 1 of the chair. I'm back here. I'm back here. And I am not doing anything on that until I see it move back up. Now, as the stock starts to recover, in this case, the S&P 500 starts to recover, and it gets back to the bottom. If my zero line is here, the stock is recovering, gets back to the bottom of the zero line. As it gets close to the bottom, here's position number 1, right? As it closes in, now I'm sitting straight up. As it gets up into that zero line and starts to roll over, I am leaned into my computer and I'm ready to place that trade, right? Or make a decision on yay or nay of that trade itself. Am I taking it or not? Right? Those positions of the chair will help save you from disaster along the way, right? Is it an H pattern? You know, if you go off of just today, let's see, if we draw off of, and who asked that question? Oh, okay. You can't really use today's open. You could try to just use Friday's close and come into here. But either way you slice it, we didn't make it very far up. So the H needs to happen at the 50 or the 618. That's where H itself has to take place, transpire. All right, excellent. Now we're breaking to the downside. We've now broken below that zero line. It's a 5-minute candle that we're looking at here. So I'm looking for a close below, a retest and a fail. And now it's time to start looking at SPY puts, right? Using your day chart, your intraday chart to lay all of that out, right? Yeah, Brenda, of course, we always want to draw fibs on a daily chart. And I have that, right? That's the chart we were looking at before. Right here. So we've got 42.37 quarter. Right. So the low is 42.37.49. Go figure. So right now we're 25 cents away from that low. So what happens? 37 quarter, right? Let's see. All right, so close enough. That gives us our blue zone in there, and I don't know how to draw a blue zone here yet. I'll get it figured out on TOS. I guess right here, right? I've got a rectangle. Nope. Okay, I got to stop dragging is what it is, and just click. All right, so let's try it again. All right, close enough, right? And Roman said also the line is in confluence with the 55-day moving average. Right, Roman. It's exactly right. So we've got a confluence level right there, right? So that 42.37 quarter level will be important. You are right, Brendan. We always look at the daily chart, always, right? How this holds here and how it reacts will make the decision how and if we go about to do anything to trade this. All right. Right. So Jim said Brenda's trade was 4% on the first one, which is okay. On the second one, she got 48.46% on the second one. And he said, so even if you bought only a few contracts instead of a lot like Brenda, 48% is great. 48% is great on one contract, right, Jim? Think about it. If all you can afford is to spend the $300, that's all you've got in your account, and you do one trade and you made 48%, I'll round to 50. You made $150 on a $300 account. Damn Skippy. Woo! Forget about $1,000, baby. 48%, you're rocking it. Absolutely rocking it at 48%. PK said, and the confluence at the 136. Yep, you're right. Deborah said, it's a beautiful thing. I agree on the part, a pat on the back. Right, as long as you don't get the Superman complex. I am invincible. Be very careful. All right? Sometimes the best thing that can happen to a new trader is to lose on your first trade. I have seen brand new traders put very little money in the first trade and crush it by no fault of their own. Nothing to do with how well they did or didn't do. They were just in the right place at the right time. And that was $800 they put in the trade. And their next trade is $3,700, their entire account, whoosh, gone. Right? Because they got, oh man, I got this thing figured out. Look at the first time, home run. No, better off if you lose on your first trade. All right, we're bouncing a little bit now. Let's see if it fails at that zero line. Amos said 90 cents, one contract sold today for $4. There you go. Amos, one contract, $90. I'll take it. I'll take it all day long. All day long. All right, guys, gals, give me some stocks you want to take a look at. Load them up. I will get through as many of them as I can. ZM is the very first one. That's Jim. Zoom. We need to see a bigger picture. Oh, goodness gracious. We're a year old on this fib already. All right. Let's go and redraw for a second on this one, Jim. We're just getting too old on the fib. Let's see if I'm right with where I'm drawing from. I may not be. Let us see. 130, 132. Now we're good. It's a little bit bigger to the right side of it. So the fib I drew is fine. All right, let's bring it in and let's bring this out. All right, so now we've got a great strong move to the downside on Zoom. We're looking at that 339.84 level. Let me get those out of the yellow bar there. 339.84. I don't see anything for earnings here, although they got to be coming up soon. September 1-ish is when we're looking at earnings. So we're okay. We've got plenty of time with earnings. All right? We don't have to worry about that for now. But we're in a free fall. We are in a bearish bias. We're not true bear, but we're bear. So if anything on this one, Jim, I'd be looking at that 339, that 340 level as support, but I needed to get back up. Today was the day. If you caught this today, if it broke intraday, Jim, if it broke on a 5-minute chart, that 355, 57 level, retested and failed, full load on that one. All right? Full load on it. Yeah, the Roy crushing hammer is active today. There you go, PK. All right, I hope that helps, Jim, on Zoom. And I mean the stock Zoom, not like you're watching me on Zoom. Okay. CMG. Nope. Sorry. QQQ, Brenda had in there first. That one came up. So, Brenda, look what happened. We closed yesterday, Friday, below the 8 moving average. What did that do? That put us into a bullish neutral bias. Today, we now gap down below the 21. If we stay there, it puts us into neutral bias. It totally changes the direction of what we do. On Friday, when I looked at the market close and I saw that we were at, let's see, is that an F2? Okay. When I saw that we were at, let's do it this way. That we were here, right? My position of the chair was not in position 1, but in position 2. Okay? Because I'm not ready to take the trade now, but we're okay. We're not bad here. If we get back above the 8, there's some opportunity. But when today hit, I'm here. This is all day trade. At this point, I do nothing that's going to carry a position overnight. Why? Because crazy traders are out there that are buying this up in pre-market. The equities, the futures are going crazy the days after these big drops to the downside. Look at the last time it happened. Right? We get this big drop, that recovery that day, look at the next day. Boom. Right? We get this big drop, look at the recovery the next day. We get this big drop. Okay, it took a couple of days, and then we did it again here. Right? Traders are looking for a reason to go long, as I am. I've got a ton of cash on the sidelines right now, waiting for the market to drop so I can pick up more SPY. Waiting for the market to drop so I can pick up things like Berkshire Hathaway, the FANG stocks, companies like that. And I don't know which one I buy first. It all depends what that position's doing at the time of what the market is doing. I've got to make a decision based on what I see, right? So when I look at the Qs, Brenda, I don't want to say I'm not excited about it, but I'm in a neutral territory. What I would rather see happen right now, Brenda, is a close below 351.71, a retest of that up tomorrow, meaning bullish, moving up to the 351.71 and fail tomorrow because I've got room. I don't know if I've got it all the way down to that. Let's see something here. All right, so let's get Qs. Let me close this up a little bit. All right, so 783 is my Fibit. 42. Oh, I need a Fibit inside of here. So let's go look. So we need a negative 136. So let's go add that in, Brenda. 34 to 42 is 8. Yeah, I just need the 136. All right. So now close below the 351.71 today. Tomorrow, retest and fail off the 351.71. And I'm looking at 347 as our target. So I got a nice opportunity if we break tomorrow on Qs. If we move up, Brenda, it becomes difficult. I'd have to get above the 355.5, and I've got the 8 moving average at 358. And it's going to keep dropping. So you're going to tighten up that space inside of there. So not as much opportunity to take the trade. All right, let's go look at CMG. Hope that helps, Brenda. Nice. Okay. CMG, which is Chipotle Mexican Grill. Love them as a company, by the way. I love their philosophy. I love the way they do business. I like their food. But I really like them as a company. Very limited menu. They don't have these 42,000 items to choose from. Here's our menu. Here's what we do. A couple of specials come out. We give back to the community. We give discounts off to our customers through the app, in the store. I think what they do is great. They've got a loyal following with what they do. But look where we closed, right? And this is Keith. Look where we closed, Keith. Same scenario that I just talked about with the Qs. Where are we? Today, I'm sitting back here. Now, if intraday, Keith, if I can get a bounce off of that fib line where I've got a confluence of the green moving average, 21, right? If I can get a bounce up the 1540.66, so we moved up, get up here, retest and bounce intraday. Yeah, I'm all over it like white on rice, right? But I need that retest, the close above and a retest to happen first. Otherwise, it's tough. Can I get a fail to the downside and continue moving down? Yes, if I can see a continuation on this to the downside of the S&P 500, and we get the same thing on CMG, then yes, you could trade this down to the next fib line, which I don't believe will hit it today, but I'll never say never, but that 1505 confluence with the 1500 level is where we're looking at next. All right. Hope that helps, Keith. John's asking for LB. LB is L Brands. All right. So apparel, retail. Got it. Great stair step over and over and over again. It makes it very tough to draw a fib on those stair steps. Right now, just bottom line on this today, John, I'd be leery because of where it is. I'd use the 68, 64 as support, and I would use the 71, 76 as resistance, and just be a little cautious with the position right there, right? Let's see, Clorox, CLX. CLX was Karen. So this was one of our trade with Robs, right? If you guys are not, let's see if I can do this here. Let's see, all panelists and attendees. If you guys have not subscribed to this, it's free. All right, tradewithrob.com/go. We put out trades every single week. Usually 2 a week is what we do. And those trades are one particular setup. It's called a zero line breakout or an inverted zero line breakout. They're the same rules. This was one of them, right? The stop was, let me rephrase that. This is one of the trades that we did. You can see we pushed up through the stop. If we were triggered on this trade and we were taken out on CLX, it would only be the second trade we were taken out of in the last 14. 14? Yeah, it's almost 2 months, but it's about 14 trades, and it would only be the second one that's gone against us, right? But that's when you start seeing this stuff on there, that's what you're looking at, all right? So, and this would have been an inverted zero line breakout. Anyway, but I don't know if we actually triggered or not. We've got to see. So, as we're looking at CLX, let me break it out. But guys, go check it out. Every week is a free video. You get text message or email. You decide how we send it to you. It doesn't matter to me. I just want you to get it. We have some that do both. So right now we're looking at the downside target. So we had a nice pop and a pullback. I think people were thinking Clorox was going to be out of stock again, so we would go buy the stock, right? Craziness. But you're in a bullish bias, but you can see how much we've given back already. I would want to bounce off of the 8 moving average in an ideal world off of the 181 before I look to do anything long on Clorox, on CLX. Plug. Buck Z from YouTube. All right. POUG. Buddy of mine called me last year. It was trading at about $20 and said, what do you think? I said, I don't really know this stock. He owned it. It skyrocketed. He bought some more, but he bought it up here. It's back down here. He still owns all of it, right about where it was when he bought it, right? So it's great to find that company and rock on it, but you really need to be able to capitalize and take advantage of the closing the trade out when the pattern runs out of steam, when you're done, right? On Plug, we had a great move to the downside. Let me bring this in a little bit. We had a great move to the downside. Let's drag the fibs out just a scant. And we're sitting right now at the negative 382. Not our most powerful fib line, but the 8 moving average is sitting with a confluence on this. This was Bucksy, right? Sitting with a confluence, Bucksy, right at our negative 272 fib line. So what is that telling me? Today, position of the chair is back here. I want to be back up by that next fib line. Close near there today, tomorrow, whatever it is. Close near that level. Roll over, and then I go from this position. If it gets up and closes near it, I am sitting straight up. If it starts to roll over, that's when I'm leaning forward, getting ready to place the trade. All right. Let's see. Jim said Zoom, LOL, opened 356.67. Same candle closed 352.09. Pulled back up to 355.08, not the 355.57, but got in later when I saw it failing up When I saw it failing, up 8% now. Thanks for the input. Yeah, there you go. Guys, here's the thing. Jim, Brenda, Will, so, some of these students in here are in some of our more advanced trainings, right? This is great. I mean, come to the free stuff here, learn it. But if you truly want to learn how to do this, get your butts to New York, right? We're going to go into some things that I have not taught anywhere before. We're going to be teaching it there live from New York, not on Saturday night, on Friday in the day. We're going to be teaching it right there in New York live. For $99 for a live event, we're right by Nassau Coliseum. We're about 35 minutes, 40 minutes east of JFK. 30 minutes. It just depends what time of the day you get in. All right? Excellent. So absolutely no question. Be there, be square. Amos coming. Roman's coming. I mean, Roman is coming from Washington State, right? He's coming. We've got people coming from all over the U.S. We got people from out of the U.S. that want to come, but because of restrictions are not allowed to, right? They can't make it here. I've got Lisa who's in Canada, and she can't come here because of the Canadian border being closed, right? We're trying, right, to give back for you guys for this. So do what you need to get your butts here. Trader Will said, not going to miss it. See you there. Absolutely. Robert's coming from Florida, he said. Right, William is coming to New York. All right. Trader Will is from Denver. Right? All over the place, folks. All over the place. Amy, can you drop another link in there, please, if you would? Oh, looks like you did. Charting Your Way to Success. Thank you for that, Amy. I appreciate it. Ladies and gentlemen, stay focused on the quest to becoming a great trader. Keep crushing it. And remember, you're just one trade away. I'll leave the room open a couple of minutes that you can grab this, right? You can grab this link. Ellen said, yeah, it won't be. I don't think it's on the dashboard, Ellen. I don't think so. Just send an email to support. If you registered, you should be good, but just send an email to support to confirm it. Happy trading. Be safe. I'll leave the room open a little bit so you can grab the link. And for now, take care, and I'll see you at the next event. All right. Bye for now, folks.